Hello, my name is Sonali Chopra. Welcome back to another episode of Around the World. West Asia holds an important place for India in many ways. This is the reason why India is continuously strengthening its relations with the countries of this region. Be it Saudi Arabia or United Arab Emirates, India is increasing closeness with everyone on every front. Oman also has a name in this list. Relations between the two countries are very old, and to further deepen these relations, Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Saiyd of Oman has recently visited India for the first time. A large group of ministers and officials also came with him. During this, he also met Indian Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. Many issues were discussed between the two leaders. Now you might be interested in knowing about this conversation. You might want to know what issues were discussed between the two leaders. Was there any major agreement between the two countries? We will try to understand the answers to all such questions through this episode. But before that, let's take a look at Oman. Oman is a Muslim country located in the southeast of the Arabian Peninsula. It is officially known as Sultanate of Oman. Its capital is Muscat, which is also the largest city of Oman. It lies east of Saudi Arabia and west of Yemen. From south, it is surrounded by the Arabian Sea. To its north lies the United Arab Emirates. Thus, it shares land borders with Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Yemen. At the same time, it shares maritime border with Iran and Pakistan. In such a situation, it becomes very important for India from strategic point of view. This is the reason why diplomatic relations were established between the two countries in the year 1955. These relations transformed into strategic relations in the year 2008. Oman is a strategic partner of India among the Gulf countries and is an important interlocutor for the Gulf Cooperation Council, the Arab League, and the Indian Ocean Rim Association. According to the Indian Foreign Ministry, Oman is India's closest defense partner in the Gulf region. Oman is the only country in West Asia with which all three services of the Indian Armed Forces hold regular bilateral exercises and service-level staff talks. Now the question is, what issues were discussed between Sultan Haitham and PM Modi? So according to the Indian Foreign Secretary, this meeting was very comprehensive and constructive. Regarding bilateral relations between India and Oman, apart from the traditional areas, the foundation of consensus and cooperation has been laid in many new areas also. In this consensus on a vision document named India-Oman Joint Vision Partnership for the Future, that is, a joint partnership for the future is prominent. The two sides also announced the third tranche of $300 million for the Oman-India Joint Investment Fund. This is a 50-50 joint vision between the Investment Fund, State Bank of India, and Oman Investment Authority. The fund has the potential to bring investment from Oman and the Gulf region to the fastest growing sectors of the Indian economy. PM Modi and Sultan Haitham also discussed the joint efforts of the two countries towards enhancing bilateral cooperation in several areas including maritime sector, connectivity, green energy emissions, space, health, tourism, and agriculture. Apart from this, both the leaders have taken steps towards completing the India-Oman Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement as soon as possible. In this way, both the leaders exchanged views on regional and international issues. Both also adopted the India-Oman Joint Vision Paper for the future of the partnership. This vision paper is in line with Prime Minister Modi's vision for India's development and Oman's vision for the year 2040. This paper focuses on partnership building in 8 to 10 areas. These areas include maritime cooperation and connectivity, energy security, space, digital payments, health, tourism, hospitality, agriculture, and food security. If we talk about economic relations between the two countries, at present, India is the third largest trading partner of the Gulf Cooperation Council. India is the third largest source of imports for Oman after UAE and China. Whereas in the year 2018, India was the third largest market for its non-oil exports after UAE and Saudi Arabia. At the same time, the main items exported by India to Oman include mineral fuels, mineral oils and their distillation products, boilers, machinery and mechanical equipment, iron or steel goods, electrical machinery and equipment, textiles and garments, chemicals, tea, coffee and spices, etc. The main commodities imported from Oman to India include fertilizers, mineral fuels, mineral oils and products of their distillation, bituminous substances, etc. Apart from this, branches of Indian financial institutions like State Bank of India, public sector undertakings, Air India, Life Insurance Corporation of India, etc. are located in Oman. It is worth noting here that the trade between India and Oman in the year 2022-23 was $12.39 billion, which is more than double the trade of $5.4 billion in the year 2020-21. In such a situation, there are many possibilities to increase trade between the two countries. Overall, both the countries of the Arabian Sea, that is India and Oman, are connected to each other geographically, historically, and culturally. The two enjoy positive and cordial relations, which is attributed to historical maritime trade relations. A large number of Indian expatriates live in Oman. More than 7 lakh Indian migrants live here. These include doctors, engineers, chartered accountants, and healthcare professionals, etc. These immigrants have an important contribution to Oman's economic development and cultural diversity. In this respect also, Oman and India are very close to each other. The strength of relations between the two countries can also be understood from the fact that India had given a special invitation to Oman to participate in the G20 summit under its chairmanship. Furthermore, Oman's active participation in more than 150 working group meetings and various ministerial meetings underlines the growing cooperation between the two countries on the global stage. In such a situation, Sultan Haitham's Indian tour becomes important. And this becomes even more important because this is the first state visit by a ruler of Oman after the last 26 years. Now it is turn of the Sunday special episode of this program in which we will talk about other important international news. The Malaysian government has given a big blow to Israel amid the ongoing war with Hamas. Malaysia has banned the entry of Israeli cargo ships into its ports. Human values have been cited behind doing this. Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim said in his statement that the sanctions are a response to Israel's actions that ignore basic humanitarian principles and violate international law through its ongoing genocide and brutality against Palestinians. Following this ban, Israel-based shipping company Zim will not be allowed to dock at any Malaysian port. New turns are being seen every day in the Israel-Hamas war that started in October 2023. In this series, Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh has reached Egypt. The visit of the Hamas chief living in Qatar is considered important in many ways. According to media reports, an agreement will be prepared for the release of prisoners during this visit. Let us tell you that during the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas in the north of November, 80 Israeli hostages were released in exchange for about 240 Palestinians lodged in Israeli jails. Malaysia and Japan have announced the elevation of their bilateral relations to a comprehensive strategic partnership, in which it has been said to increase assistance in the field of security. Japan has signed a security assistance agreement with Malaysia under its new Foreign Security Assistance Initiative. This includes a grant of 400 million yen or about $2.8 million to boost Malaysia's maritime security amid the increasing conflict in the South China Sea. In addition, Japan will provide equipment such as rescue boats and supplies under the security agreement. So that's all for the day. See you in the next episode. But before that, let's note down a question based on today's story. Discuss the relations between the two countries by mentioning the recent visit of Oman's Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Saiyd to India.